Hey, it's Hour Striker, and today we're going to look at our personal watches that broke in 2024. First up, we have the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Offshore Montoya in titanium. It's kind of a grail watch of mine. It took me about 20 years to get. What ended up happening with this one is that the crown ended up getting stripped. It's a kind of known weak point for this movement. Since it's a limited edition watch that was made in the early 2000s, it's kind of hard to find a replacement for this crown. Ended up finding a donor Montoya that we were able to get the crown from. Once the crown was found, it took about 2 weeks for a watchmaker in New York to fix. Next up, we have the IWC GST Aquatimer 2000. This is also in titanium. This is a one-owner watch, was manufactured in 2000. I bought it just over a year ago. It had never been serviced. It looked pretty rough when we first got it. Cleaned up pretty well. But I noticed that when this watch was first wound, after sitting for a while, it would take about 30 minutes to an hour for the oil to warm up. And during that period, it would lose about 30 seconds a day. Had it sent into a watchmaker also in New York. And basically all the oil was just gunked up. They serviced it, replaced the oil, and now it's running well. Next, we have my wife's Rolex Yacht-Master 16622. Also bought this about a year and a half ago. It's been extremely reliable, built like a tank. She doesn't wear a watch every day, so I ended up winding this watch for her one morning, and all of a sudden I heard a snap and the hands just froze, including the second hand. I thought the mainspring had snapped. Also sent it in with the Aquatimer to a watchmaker in New York. They looked at it, the mainspring had snapped. They replaced the mainspring, and now it's running just fine. Finally, we have my big pilot Perpetual calendar Top Gun. This watch I also bought in 2023. What ended up happening is I noticed that overnight it was losing about 15 minutes of time a day. So then I put it on a time grapher. It was running at plus 5 seconds a day, not showing any weird signs. But then I was able to figure out that at about 11:20 at night, the minute hand would move back about 5 minutes. It would get stuck there for 10 minutes and then move forward like nothing happened. Turns out a pinion was loose that caused that behavior to happen. I sent it into that same watchmaker in New York. He said he could fix it, but he was unable to resync the entire watch, so the watch had to go to IWC. Ended up using IWC's repair portal online, sent it into their service center in Fort Worth. And in about 2 weeks, they were able to repair it. Cost about $2,200. And now they replaced the crystal as well, did a deep clean on it and a polish, and it looks brand new. So yeah, that's all the watches we had that broke last year, and hopefully we don't have the same problem this year.